Okay. Hey, 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 good morning, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to the BYOB Morning Show. We are super excited to be here with you guys. So, listen, you know how we do every morning. You need to share this broadcast out to all of your groups, to all of your peeps, so that they can get this valuable. All right, we got a little feedback. Hold on. There we go. Technical difficulty resolved. Ooh, so guys, it's 2020. Hey, Toya, good morning. I see Verlene is here. I'm going to go ahead and share this out. As I was saying before, it is important to share this information because you just never know who needs it. So this morning, what we're going to be talking about, guys, I know 2019 is gone. 2019 is a wrap. It is done. It is over. It is in the can. But we are here in not only a new year, but we are here in a new decade. I just want y'all to, while I share this out, I want y'all to think about what that really means. Like, like 20 years are gone. It seemed like just yesterday we were hitting the Y2K bug. What was that, Verlin? That everybody was so upset and afraid about. Oh my gosh, the world's gonna be over.
It was storing water, taking money out the bank, canned food, stockpiled in the garage. They were just afraid of everything. But I'm grateful because new is always good. Just like change is always good. Either you can get with it or get left. Like my grandmother used to say, you either go right, get left, or get right.
Oh, your grandma was spicy.
Yeah, she was. She was.
All right. But almost done.
This 2020, I'm excited about it. I'm excited about it. A new decade. And it seems like the decades are coming more swift than they did in the past. I don't know if it's because of age or changing times, like with technology. Everything is changing.
Everything. I think that, it's always during that first month of the new year that you just really reflect on what is it that I could have done differently. Especially with us, those of us that are entrepreneurs that are in business, my 2020 looks so different from my 2019 or my 2018, simply because I am in business, because I am looking at life through a different lens. It's just a time that you just really want to reflect on, what am I going to do differently? If I procrastinated in 2018, I don't want to bring that over in 2020. If I, didn't move swiftly on things that I needed to, if I wasn't quick on making my decisions, whatever that thing was that you didn't do in 2019 or 2018, those are the things you don't want to bring over into 2020, especially in your business. Especially in your business. So I got to make one more post. So while I'm doing this, Verlin, why don't you introduce yourself and tell the people who you are and what you do?
Good morning again, everyone. I'm Verlin Smith Randolph, and I am the owner and creator of Rose of Audacity, and I help women to fight their fears and regain their courage through life experiences, through the thorny parts of life. And I enjoy doing so. That's why women hire me. I'm just so excited. This year already, Miss Chanel has already been, many doors are opening up where before I think I couldn't see them. Mm-hmm. Either I couldn't see them or I just wasn't moving my feet. So the opportunities are there. The technology for me to work better in my business is there. I don't have to work as hard as I was making it.
That's good. That's good.
You know?
It's, you know, you said something about the technology. I think that a lot of us really, really run from those hard things. It's one thing that I've learned just being in this community is about attacking the hard thing first. And for me, I'm not going to tell no tales. It was the social media. I
Mhm.
couldn't figure out when I had time to do all that posting, all the posting, all the sharing. I knew I needed to do it. You know, most of my community, most of my clients come to me from social media, but it was just, it felt like it was such a big chore to figure out how am I going to do this consistently. And one of the things that we wanted to share with you guys today, every day up until the 15th, we're going to be doing a live webinar to expose you guys to some new technology so that you can be consistent on social media. And if you are interested in that, you can go to bit.ly/New Year Money 2020, bit.ly/New Year Money 2020. This technology is so amazing. It helps you be consistent on your social media. So guys, make sure you share this out to some of your friends, some of the ladies, you know, your business sisters, people that you know need this information. So, you know, I think being more consistent on social media is going to not only increase your presence on these platforms, but it also lends credibility to your business. You know, they see you every day. People connect with people that they like, know, and trust. And I believe that social media is something that does that. It connects you to the people that need what you have. Berlin, what do you think about that?
Yeah, I agree. And the thing too with social media is posting with a purpose. You know, not just posting, but posting with intent,
Right.
posting with a purpose
Being
to gain your
intentional.
clients. Right. Be intentional about it. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I was talking the other day. I was like, man, I said, I don't know how many times, you know, can you post a plate of food, or how many times can you post, you know, certain things?
Right.
And then what is your intention in the post? When you're in business, social media takes on a different tone. It takes on a different meaning than it is if you're just using social media just to stay, you know, up on things. Up, we got the queen of real estate in the business, in the building. Let me promote her on up. But you know, it's about connecting to the people that have what you need. Hey, Keita Key, good morning.
The
How
train,
you doing?
I'm great. Y'all left me on the bus stop.
I'm sorry, I didn't see. I'm glad you raised your hand, Keita. I'm glad you raised your hand. I couldn't see you.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, love bug. So, Keita, we were just talking about the things that we were going to do differently in 2020 opposed to how we've done before, and just making sure that we have the connections that we need, the technology that we need to move our businesses forward, and just reflecting on our business practices from last year. I know for me, I procrastinated a lot last year.
Oh, you know what, Chanel? Thinking back, I didn't realize it until like the first week in January. I really looked back at what I did. 2019 went by so fast. I knew I was slacking a bit, but I didn't know how bad I was slacking until I looked back. So moving forward, I'm really determined to really do all the things I said I was going to do and get where I said I'm going to go in my business. And sometimes if you don't have a mentor, if your mentor is up here, you got to have something to strive for. And so if you're around the community and everybody's where you're at, where everybody thinks they're doing fine, so you're thinking you're doing fine. In my case, I have a mentor where I'm here and she's out of the screen. And I need to get closer to where she's at to propel my business. So I'm really serious, about doing everything I need to do, pulling out all the stops, making sure I got the money to do it. And I like the fact that if it's something that you need, I don't have to say, how much is it? I can say, I want it. And your financial situation has to be in that spot. That's where I need to make sure that I'm always there. Yeah,
That's good. You said something there. It's just about having goals
right.
and setting realistic goals. Like, okay, first quarter, I'm going to make $25 million. Well, you know, what activities are you going to do to help you hit that goal? I think that a lot of times we go into the new year and we want to have all these resolutions, right? I'm going to lose weight. Hey, Dolores, good morning. I'm going to, you know, I'm going to get up earlier, or I'm going to read this many books. But if you really don't set realistic goals, it's very difficult for you to hit those goals. Just being realistic. You know, I think one of the main things that Verlene and I were talking about before you joined, Keita, was the social media piece. Being more present on social media and just, you know, going live with a purpose, being intentional about your content, being intentional about who you reach, how you connect them, really understanding your target audience. What is it that they want to see? You know, what is it that I could share with them? Hey, Tiandra, good morning. You know, those kind of things. What are your thoughts on that?
Right about that, you know, social media used to get a bad rap. They used to say, well, I'm not going to put all my personal business and everything out there. I don't even have a Facebook page. I don't even have social media. That's not what we use social media for. We basically use it to promote our business, to serve others, so people know what we do to help them, you know, live a better life, the services. Because if people never hear what you do, how are they going to get help? How they realize that they're not really where they should be? They don't have all that they should have, and they need help. So, you know, I definitely need to, I think everybody, when Coach asked us to grade ourselves on our social media, that was a wake-up call for me. Because I thought she would have graded herself as a 10 and above, 10 stars. And, you know, she didn't even really grade herself as being that high. And we know she's always on social media, you know, helping people. So there's a lot of work we got to do, and 2020 need to be the year that we take those first steps. And social media is a big part of the picture. It's a puzzle. It's a big part of the picture. You're right.
Yep. And just understanding too that there is help available for you for your social media. If you are interested in taking your social media to the next level, we have a free webinar that we do every day at 4 p.m. You can register for that webinar at bit.ly/New Year Money 2020, bit.ly/New Year Money 2020, so that you can get the tools that you need to take your social media to the next level, especially if you are an entrepreneur, especially if in 2019, social media was your big rock that you always shoved to the side, that you never wanted to tackle. I think that it is imperative, guys, for us to be able to secure the bag. Did I say it right? Get your coins up. Like my grandson say, yeah, get your chips up. You know, social media is going to be a huge, huge part of that, and being intentional and about connecting with your target audience and making sure that your social media matches your business. What is it that you're trying to do? There's no way Chiquita to be on social media promoting water bottles and she sell real estate. Right. So your content has to match your mission. And if it doesn't, go back and look at your posts from 2019. Go back and look at those missteps. And listen, I know, ladies, listen, let me just talk to the ladies. It is hard to look back and see imperfection. I get it. Nobody wants to know that you had a piece of tissue stuck to your shoe while you was walking down the hall. I get it.
No. It had a piece of tissue hanging out the back of your pants.
That girl, or a rip in the back of your skirt. Nobody told you. We're not like that. We are your true sisters, right?
Yeah.
It is okay to go back and look at your social media, take note of your missteps, and make a correction for this year.
You know, you're so right, Chanel. You know how Facebook, you get on there and they'll say 2 years ago, you know, this was you. And I look
Yeah.
Right.
I've been talking about the same thing for those years. But you know, I'm happy because I got a new, you know, Coach talks about having a team. I have a new virtual assistant. And my virtual assistant,
Congratulations, Keita.
she does not sleep. She's 24/7. She emails me every morning, hey, here is your post to post. She says, where do you want to put it? Do you want to blog it? Do you want to put it on Facebook? Do you want to put it up? You want to build a landing page? She knows what I like, what I need, and who's my target market.
Wow.
And these young ladies know who she is. Her name is Royalty. Did y'all hear that? Her name is Royalty.
I know that's right. She on top of her job too.
She's on top of
Yes.
her job. And so this evening, if y'all want to meet Royalty, this evening, please register for the webinar so you can meet her because she's awesome. And you need to go to bit.ly New Year Money 2020 to meet Royalty. She knows how to make you happy. She knows what you like, and she's going to do everything you tell her to do. And she never sleeps. She's constantly working for you.
Ooh, yes, girl. I guess we all sharing that new girl then.
Mhm.
Definitely, guys. Being able to be consistent on your social media is key. You know, if you want to know about Royalty, you got to go to bit.ly/New Year Money 2020. Hey, Laura, good morning. Good morning to you, sis. So, you know, I think that as I look back, Keita, and I can tell y'all, I can be transparent. And I look at my look back on Facebook, my social media, and I was definitely not on Periscope at all last year. Maybe for the last 2 years, I haven't been on Periscope. So that's one of the things that's on my list to start doing more engagement on Twitter, more engagement on Instagram. I don't know about Snapchat. The kids tell me I need to do it. I got to look at it. I don't even understand Snapchat. Hey, Cheryl Coco, good morning. Good morning to you, sis. It's that wanting to expand your territory, wanting to expand your reach, right? Wanting to make sure that you know you are reaching the people that need. Listen, this whole thing, nobody is in business because nobody needs what you have. Does that make sense? The very fact that the Most High gave you a gift should let you know that somebody needs it, because he's all about relationships and connections. Because if that was the case, he would have just made Adam and walked away, right? So when you start to think about your gift and your purpose and your talents, it wasn't given to you just for you to, you know, sing to yourself if you're a singer, or for you to coach yourself if you're a coach. No man can play football by himself. He can have all the talent of 20 teams, but if he doesn't have any teammates, he doesn't have a game, and he can't win. So when you start to thinking about expanding your territory, expanding your reach, social media does that for you. It says what you tell it to say. It connects who it needs to connect to. You don't have to work as hard. It's just like Verlin said earlier, working smarter and not harder. If you are struggling with your social media, you've got to meet us at 4:00 today. You got to go to bit.ly/New Year Money 2020. Royalty, you know, she a good old virtual assistant. She gonna make sure that your stuff is right, that it looks nice, and that it is consistent. It is consistent. Chiquita, what's one thing you're gonna do differently this year that you didn't do last year?
Well, I need to generate more leads. I need to acquire more leads, you know, give out more free stuff that people want, give the people what they want, so that I can have more leads, so they'll be able to follow me and know what I'm doing. My plan is to retire. And, you know, and before I told Coach a few years ago, Coach, I'm never going to retire. I love what I'm doing. And Coach, I ain't gonna tell you the exact words, but she said, "You gonna want to retire. Nobody wants to do this forever." So my plan is to start setting everything up so that even when I retire, people still know and can acquire what I do, and I can still help people to build their real estate empire. But I'm gonna be on the beach because remember when we're doing stuff online, we can be in Paris, we could be, the Eiffel Tower, we could be on the beach, we can be anywhere. We could be in the castle with Jamie. We could be anywhere and run our business.
Yeah. I think that's one of the biggest things that I'm going to do differently this year is that I am going to be intentional about finding my clients. I'm going to be intentional about finding the women that are lost like I was.
Right.
Finding the women that didn't see their value like I didn't. Finding and connecting with those women and empowering them to do something bigger than they can imagine.
Wow.
And I think a lot of times fear will keep you from stretching like that. I think 2020 is going to be the year of the stretch. You're going to have to stretch a little bit more.
That's good.
When you stretch a fabric, all of the beautiful details in the cloth becomes clear.
Wow.
So as you begin to stretch towards your target, stretch towards a bigger vision, stretch towards a bigger dream, that's when all the beauty of your gifts will come forward. All the beauty of your talents will shine. So this year, as you feel that stretch, as you feel it, don't resist it. Go with it. It's all part of the process. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Wow, that does. You know what that brings me to, and I had talked to Verlyn about this. There was a video that I sent Verlyn, and you ladies probably and everybody out there probably seen it. And it's a couple walking down the street, and they see a young boy, and he looks like he's maybe 15, 16, maybe a little younger. And they asked him what was wrong with him. He says, "I have nowhere to live. I'm homeless." Wow. So this lady pulled an envelope out with stacks of money, and she said, "Here, you take it." And the gentleman with her says, "What are you doing? Don't give him that. What are you doing?" She says, "No, I'm gonna give him this." So she gave it to him. So fast forward, it's showing a woman in a house. She's older now. She got to be in her 60s, late. I don't know. She just looked older. And she's in a room with all these boxes. And a man comes in and tells her the paper. He says, "You got to leave." But what happened is she's getting foreclosed on. She's losing her house. And she's crying because she'd been there for years. In walked this grown man and hand her the keys and said, "You don't have to go anywhere. Do you remember me?"
Wow.
And it really got me to my core. And I was like, wow, well, that was the boy that she had given the money to all those years. And I was like, I never want a woman to be put out of her house.
Yes.
What can I do to make sure women are more secure? You work all your life. She's paid all this money and she's getting foreclosed and she has nowhere to go. That should never happen to us.
Oh my goodness. That's powerful, Chiquita.
Yeah.
That's powerful. And you just never know, even in us having these conversations every morning and having the show at night, you never know who's going to be inspired by your words and by your actions. I tell people all the time, I tell my clients, words are seeds, y'all. And whether they are good seeds or bad seeds, they're going to fall on some type of soil and grow. So be careful and intentional about the seeds that you sow. Always sow with a purpose. A farmer doesn't go out there and just start throwing seed all, haphazardly. He is focused. He makes sure that all the watermelons are in one row, all the greens are in a row, all the corn and tomatoes. He's intentional because he understands that a harvest is coming. He don't worry about the seeds that blow over into somebody else's yard because that harvest is for them. You just never know what you're planting. That was powerful, Chiquita.
Yeah.
Guys, we want to make sure we invite you guys back. We are going to be here at 4:00. We want you to meet Royalty, our new virtual assistant, who makes sure your social media is always on point. You can register at bit.ly/New Year Money 2020. we are going to get out of here. Guys, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Make sure that you have a fantastic day and just be intentional. Be intentional about what it is that you're going to be doing this year. All right.
Bye.
All right, guys. Y'all see you later. Bye-bye.